Ahmad ibn Muhammad ibn Uthman al-Qalasadi lived in the 15th century at a time when mathematics was still written entirely in words. Long sentences, verbose explanations, no symbols, no shortcuts. And then Al-Qalasadi quietly changed how humans think about numbers. He was born in Al-Andalus, in what is now southern Spain, during the final centuries of Islamic rule. This was an age of collapsing cities, burning libraries, and scholars fleeing persecution as knowledge itself was being erased. Yet in the middle of that collapse, Al-Qalasadi introduced something revolutionary. He invented symbolic algebra. Before him, mathematical problems were written like stories. Every operation had to be spelled out. Complex calculations took pages. Progress was slow, limited, and fragile. Al-Qalasadi changed that by introducing symbols. He used symbols to represent addition, subtraction, equality, square roots, unknown quantities. In other words, he began doing algebra the way we still do it today. Please subscribe, like, and share to help us reach more people. The algorithm is definitely not helping this channel. It is your support and your voice that keep this history alive. This wasn't a stylistic choice. It was a cognitive breakthrough. Symbols allow abstraction. Abstraction allows complexity. And complexity is what makes modern science possible. With symbols, problems that once took entire paragraphs could be solved in a single line. Mathematics became faster, clearer, and infinitely more powerful. This happened centuries before Descartes, centuries before European algebraic notation became standard. And Al-Qalasadi didn't stop there. He wrote extensively on fractions, square roots, financial calculations, inheritance mathematics. He believed mathematics should serve real life, not just theoretical debate. His work was used by merchants, judges, and students across North Africa and the Islamic world. His books circulated widely, quietly shaping how mathematics was taught and practiced. Then history intervened. As Al-Andalus fell, Muslim scholars were expelled. Libraries were destroyed or absorbed. Manuscripts were copied, translated, and repackaged, often without names, context, or credit. When Europe later formalized symbolic algebra, Al-Qalasadi was no longer part of the story. René Descartes is credited with introducing algebraic notation in the 17th century, but Al-Qalasadi had already done it 200 years earlier. The difference wasn't intelligence. It wasn't innovation. It was preservation. Descartes lived in a world that protected its scholars. Al-Qalasadi lived in a world that erased them, yet the idea survived. Symbolic algebra traveled quietly through Mediterranean learning